It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh, won't you be, oh, won't you be, oh, won't you be my nisekoi? Nisekoi, nisekoi. It's been a few weeks since I've seen nisekoi. Why is that? Because it sucks and I hate it. I'm gonna keep on going. And to be honest with you fellas, episode 7, the most recent episode I watched, wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was probably the best episode I saw so far. Why is that? Why is that? Well, I can think of there's one particular. I know what this. I know what the title of this one's going to be called already. I already have it in my mind. It's gonna. The title will be Tsugumi should have been a boy, or should have stayed a boy, maybe to make it a little funnier. That's what this is, because that's really what it comes down to. Um, what do I mean by that? Think of it like this, right? Basically, the story is there is a girl. There's a boy. They think she's a girl, but he's not actually. What am I talking about? Yeah, Nisekoi. Sorry, I got distracted there for a little bit by not remembering what I was talking about. Okay, so think of it like this: gang, crew, buddies. I mean, okay. I already knew this outcome. I already knew what the reveal was going to be, considering I already know sort of spoilers and how the show and the series pans out. So I already know what happened there, but it was kind of, it was fun and whatever to play along with what they were spinning. Basically, what it is, it's I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but at the end of last episode, one of the gangsters that works for Chitoge's family has some sort of assassin. He's like, all right, I want you to go take out the protagonist. Right, this kid needs to die. You know, my hands are tied, but we need someone like you. He's like, all right, I'll get right on it. And so it leads into this episode where they have a new transfer student. Right. Um. So I mean, just think about it. There are a few things. If he really wanted him dead, then I mean, then they shouldn't have just come to class. Like, oh yeah, I'm the new student in this class, haha. Because, I mean, the Chitoge already knew him. And because that, he's like, oh, this guy, the protagonist realized, oh, this guy, who they all thought was a guy, I'll get to that, is going to have a position in the, he has some ties to her gang. She knows, so that's troublesome, he thought. He's like, okay, this is a problem for me. So he already knew he was a dangerous person. He even make a joke. He's like, well, this kid doesn't seem that bad for them until he actually, messes with him. He's like, oh boy. Whatever. Essentially, why? Okay. Basically, this guy gets really angry. He's like, this guy, right? Tsugumi Seishiro or something like that. He says it's not right that you get to, be so close to, Ojo-sama. I hate you. Let's have a duel. And then they duel, and it ends. Well, it's kind of funny. She's, pulls a gun on him, and he runs away crying. Eventually, he baits her into jumping out a window and into the pool, which knocks her out cold, I guess. Just too much for her. She passes out, and the protagonist is like, "Oof, this guy, gotta undress my fellow, male. Gotta help my fellow male get out of his wet clothes, or else he might catch a cold, and we don't want that, haha." And of course, he undresses her. He realizes, oh no, something has gone horribly wrong. And they have like a stupid little thing right there, like they both like get jammed inside a locker because they don't want to be found by everyone. Why couldn't he just put her in the locker and him be outside? Be like, whoa guys, I'm changing here, haha. Why couldn't they have done that? Why did he have to get in the locker with her? I mean, it was just a fan service scene, which is fun and everything. And I know she's gonna have a lot of them. The setup's already there. I know she's gonna have those scenes, which is it is whatever. But here's the problem, right? Tsugumi worked fine as a boy. Tsugumi worked fine as, okay, this is a male who has some sort of history with Chitoge, who thinks the relationship is serious, right? That the joke, and that's kind of what the comedy was in the beginning of the episode was, he's vying for the affections of Chitoge, thinking the protagonist is genuinely in love with her, or something like that. Because at first he's sort of suspicious. He's like, I won't let. Well, he thinks he thinks the protagonist is using her, but he thinks that Chitoge is genuinely in love with him or something. So he's like, I don't see why. I'm here to save her from you, pretty much. And why that could have worked, like him thinking that the relationship was real to some degree. And the point is, no matter how hard he tried and how earnest he was, it wouldn't mean anything because they don't actually care each other. Just kidding, they actually probably do, and they'll develop over the course of the series. But regardless, it's. I think that setup could have been okay. That could have been fine. Why did we just have another girl who's in love with the protagonist? Did we need another one of those? How many do we need? I know for a fact there are 5 in this series that I know of. Right? You have Chitoge, Onodera, character that hasn't been introduced yet. Tsugumi, another character that hasn't been introduced yet. I mean, there you go. I mean, there might be more. So it's just kind of stupid. It's just kind of stupid. Tsugumi would have worked way better as a boy, a male character who wants. I like the dynamic. I like the sort of like the sort of weird rivalry because it was a fake rivalry, right? Nisekoi is fake love. This was a fake rivalry in the sense that the protagonist wasn't seriously up against this guy in the main girl's uh, romantic interest because it was all sort of fabricated and nothing would have gone anywhere. That's an interesting setup. That would have been funny. It's not like that because just kidding. Whoa, she's a girl. He has to see her all half naked, so you get all flustered. Whatever. That was unfortunate. That was a little unfortunate. That is what it was. And there's nothing to be said about it. So that's how that's going to progress. Um, if they really wanted to kill, because the whole point was, she wanted to kill him. Like she was attempting to murder him. That's why she went through all this trouble to sort of provoke him while they had the duel. It was just an excuse to kill him without just blowing his head off. It just, out of nowhere. So she was trying to get him killed. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they weren't really trying to kill him, but just scare him off or something. Doesn't really matter. So whatever. I'm probably gonna end up liking Tsugumi too. I mean, I'm sure she's alright. I mean, she's the female character who attempts, right? Who pretends to be masculine, who pretends to be a boy. Actually, well, no, it's kind of different because she's not trying to be a boy. She's like, why does everyone think I'm a boy, even though I wear the boy's uniform and talk very gruffly and make my voice deeper? Why does everyone think I'm a boy? Whoa. Um, that's kind of stupid. I mean, that whole like gimmick. It's like even her adopted father doesn't even know she's a girl. It's like, well, okay, that's just silly, and that's fine. I don't mind silliness, but oh well. So that's what we're getting with Nisekoi, a character that's well, the gag's been done. So we're just how many times are we gonna have the whoa? She tries to act really masculine, but at heart she is just a cute girl, like the rest of them. Oh well, what can you do? Well, that's all I have to say about that one. Oh wait, no, there's one other line at the end where like he's thinking, it's like, oh Joe-sama, could you have forgotten the promise you made to the one you loved 10 years ago? Some more of that garbage that I really hate. I wonder what the actual explanation is going to be for that because I don't know I know the spoilers and how it ends and some basic things. I don't actually know what that was and what sort of gimmick they're going to have to pull off to justify that. If there even are going to in the anime, that's another thing, right? We just be like, who cares? Never get around to it. It's left ambiguous by the end of the anime. If so, I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, that's enough of this. I hate Nisekoi, but this episode wasn't too bad. I mean, next episode, what are they going to do? They're going to have to do something with this. They're either going to introduce another character, or, I mean, we've already figured out what we're doing with her, with Tsugumi. Oh, she pretends to be a boy, but no longer, and she hates the protagonist, but she probably secretly loves him now. Wonderful.